Full of greed, heart full of spite. Foodie can't see the light. Overeating, losing the fight. Greed, a hold attack day and night.
Welcome back. In this video we're going to take a very quick look at her crispy shrimp mukbang. Not a lot to show on it or talk about really, because after the first minute or two she does no further talking. She doesn't even sign off at the end. And then we're going to take a look at a video that says why I no longer want to make videos and what is fair use, where she has a bit of a rant saying that reaction channels are stealing her views and she doesn't feel motivated to make good content. And then she's done overnight an Arabic meal chatty mukbang, and on the thumbnail she's put raging and eating, and she goes over the subject again about reaction channels, but expresses loads of gratitude for the views that she does have and the subs that she has, and says that her point wasn't about her losing views, it was about people stealing her content, and she sets a challenge for her reactors. Let's get into it, shall we? So this is her mukbang that she titled ASMR Huge Crispy Shrimp and Crab Maki Sushi Mukbang, and it's odd because she doesn't show her eyes in this. As you can see here, you just see her mouth and nose, and she's got the low BMI voice again.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I am having sushi, and these little black pots on the side are...
Today I am having sushi and these little black pots on the side. Do you think I've got a career in it?
these little crispy bits you see on top, tempura bits. So I have rock shrimp maki, volcano crab and shrimp sushi maki, and spicy fried shrimp maki. Alright, so bismillah, let's get into it. I'm going to be eating with my hands because chopsticks are a disaster for me.
They are.
Beauty bite.
Beauty bite my arse. Again, the noises are off the scale on this one. You can see there she's got the remote mic on the table beside her. She doesn't actually speak for the rest of this mukbang. And she doesn't even say, you know, bye-bye at the end, her usual sign-off. She just does a wave. Hey, we're not complaining. Now this is her video titled Why I No Longer Want to Make Videos and What is Fair Use. She's not happy.
Hello Beezers. Alright, so I want to talk about something that is affecting me and my channel. I haven't really realized it fully until recently, but...
Ooh, what's this then?
If after I explain it, it doesn't make sense to you, or you don't agree that what is happening is not fair whatsoever, I don't know what else to tell you or how to explain it another way. I'm talking about reaction channels gone too far. Now, I have complained about reaction channels many, many times, especially the ones that are just pure hate channels, mostly about hypocrisy and bullying. But now there is another big issue I would like to address. It's content theft. Whichever...
Oh dear God. And she's got a graphic up here from 1994. So what's that, 30 years out of date? Before YouTube even existed? Come on.
The way you try to excuse it, there is a whole community of content leeches that literally steal my content. And honestly, this is why I no longer want to put any effort into my content.
What do you mean no longer? Since when did you put effort into your content? You just sit in front of the camera and stuff your face. You haven't done any meaningful content for quite some time now, let's be honest.
If I do mukbangs, not much effort is there, sure. But if I bother to go out and vlog and try and get creative with my videos, thousands of views are stolen from reaction channels. And this is no exaggeration, about at least...
Oh, it is an exaggeration. A lot of people just do not watch you. They only watch reaction channels, and if the reaction channels didn't exist, they still wouldn't go and watch you on your channel. It's as simple as that. I know I wouldn't if I didn't have this channel. You know, I used to watch you via reactor channels. I wouldn't watch you raw dogging, as they say. And, you know, it's only content theft if somebody uploads your video or your live stream with absolutely no changes whatsoever. And I certainly have not seen any reactor channels doing that. We all add commentary or critique and make it more entertaining for the audience. There might be something you could learn there, as in maybe you need to make your content more entertaining. You're not getting the views you used to, particularly with what's known as Crackhead Olympics. You know, there was a time you would have over 1,000 tune into your live streams. For a long time now, no, you're only getting a few hundred. And certainly for myself, I don't react to you until the following day because of the time zone difference. So there's no way. And I don't play your whole videos anyway. So I might play this one because you're talking shit throughout it, but
At least a dozen channels take my entire video for their own content and restream it or stream snipe it the minute I go live. They'd steal the video in its entirety or make a video using the entire video and make small comments here and there about petty little things, mostly bullying and body shaming, such as how I walk, how fat I look. There's literally a reaction channel whose content is to slow down shots of me walking to laugh at me.
I haven't seen that. I did see one several weeks ago where they measured frame by frame. I think it took, 32 frames or something for her, shall we say, her belly to come into shot. Sorry, for her face to come into shot after her belly. I wonder, is that what she's talking about?
So things like that, if I'm using filters, etc., etc.
What do you mean if you're using filters? You're always using filters.
I could go live and I will have, let's say, maybe 500 views. If someone, bigger reaction channel who usually gets more views will go live, my views will drop down to the 300s. This is not fair use. This is what fair use should be.
This is what fair use should be. Just putting on that voice again. This is 30 years old, as I said, before YouTube was around. Couldn't you find a more up-to-date reference, Chantal? Or is it just that this one you thought would better meet your needs for this video? This video trying to get sympathy from your beezers, you know, because it's just not working for you anymore. And it's, you know, the end of the month. She always pulls stuff at the end of the month, you know, to try and rake in a bit more money, thinking that, oh, people will be wondering what's going on. I have another thought. I'm recording this a day or two after this was aired. She is due for a visa run very soon. Sometime within the next 2 weeks. And I'm wondering, did she record this and the subsequent video that we're going to take a look at to, you know, schedule them for her being away? Maybe she's doing a quick visa hop, maybe to Qatar again. That, you know, maybe using this as an excuse not to go live for a few days for that. We shall see.
Read it very well, using small amounts of the content and not taking away from the original creator. Reactors themselves have been reported gleefully bragging about how they purposely take away views and not to watch my content on my channel and to watch it on theirs.
Well, I've certainly not seen any reactors saying that.
This is theft. This is wrong, and
This is theft.
it's come to a point where it's no longer worth it for me to put any effort into making content just for reaction
No longer worth it to put the effort in. Like I said, you never put much effort in to begin with, Chantal. A load of rubbish.
channels. People argue that they wouldn't watch me anyway. Well, that's not true, because you go to another channel to watch my content. Throwing petty remarks and insults every few minutes is not transformative in any way.
Commentary and critique is transformative. And as regards what's petty, well, that's subjective, isn't it? I know I, for one, have a lot of viewers who have told me that they absolutely would not watch her channel, and they don't watch her channel. They can't watch her channel because she drives them nuts. And a lot of people like the way I present this with the cat, etc. Makes it entertaining, right? So the same is true of other reactors to you. So no, your argument's not holding up. Just because you don't like the definition that YouTube has of fair use, Chantal, and you've been bringing this up very regularly, you know, you've reported channels before over the years. You keep saying YouTube does nothing. What does that tell you, Chantal, huh? That those reactors are not doing anything wrong. You just don't like it. Well, that's tough. Tough titty.
You are certainly not making my content any different. There's no transformation happening to
Oh, yes, there is.
my work. Furthermore, how is it okay for a reactor to have an entire channel based on one individual only? And I'm sure reactors will say, I'm crying over people taking my content.
Yes, yeah, you are. Because you're not making as much money as you want to, basically, and you've got to find somebody to blame, right? And if YouTube had a problem with a channel having their content based on one individual, surely those channels wouldn't exist anymore. When you've reported them, YouTube would have taken action, right?
Yeah, I am. Just like the YouTube Underground went on a rampage hypocritically when people used a tiny amount of her content and abused the copyright system over and
Where did that come from? Huh? I thought you were talking about your reactors and your problem with them. Why are you bringing somebody else into it? Huh? Trying to support your argument? Doesn't support it at all.
and over and over. Now, I can't copyright strike because I simply cannot afford to take every one of these reactors to court and pursue any of this. Nor do I wish to spend my time fighting something that big. But
no, you're too lazy, and yes, you don't have the money.
But no matter how you spin it, it's not fair use to use a creator's entire work when it takes views away from the original creator.
But it doesn't.
Period. And yes, I can prove that. And I just have talked about that, what happens when somebody goes live the minute I go live. And therefore, honestly, I don't feel motivated at all to share my life.
But you said that in a community post a few weeks ago, that you wouldn't be sharing anything more about your personal life, your weight loss, blood sugars, etc. And that was nothing to do with reactor channels. You have gone back on that since, obviously. You took your blood sugars on a live a few days ago, and you have said a few things in your live streams. You've even corrected yourself in your live streams and said, oh, said I wasn't going to talk about that. So don't put that on this, Chantal. No,
Nor to put in any effort into any content I do.
But like I said, you never did content anyway. What it is that it's too damn hot in Kuwait. We saw how you struggled last summer. You can't go out in the heat. We saw what you did when you went for that coffee the other week. My God, you struggled with that. So why don't you just be honest? You can't go out in the heat, so you can't make any content during daylight because it gets dark when it starts to cool a little bit over there now. And sometimes it costs money, doesn't it, to go places, do things. And you haven't got a lot of that. And you're saving up for a visa run. And you said you're saving up to travel later in the year with Salah as well. Just get real.
That's just how it is. I will just sit and eat and do mukbangs and do gaming streams on YouTube and try to do some streams on TikTok here and there, mostly battles and content where I can play some music.
So she's saying on YouTube she'll only do mukbangs and gaming. Well, we all know mixing the type of content on your channel is not good for the algorithm, so you're going to kill your channel even more if you do that, if you add gaming streams in. You tried gaming on Twitch. How'd that work out for you, huh? Not great, did it? And as for TikTok, well, spoiler alert, after this video, she did go live on TikTok that night. She did some battles with younger, prettier women than her. One of them she muted. I didn't watch it, to be honest. I can't be doing with TikTok. A lot of people who follow the foodie reaction channels don't have TikTok. A lot of her own beezers don't. They put in her comments and they've told her in live streams when she's mentioned TikTok that they don't have TikTok and they're not going to download the app just for that. She lost these battles on TikTok, by the way, which I don't know a lot about, but as I understand from Twitter, it's people in each other's chat sending gifts or likes or something like that. Anyway, and she won't make the money on TikTok. It takes loads more TikTok views than it does on YouTube to make the money. So she's onto a false premise there. That's a load of rubbish.
If these channels were not using 100% of my content, a lot of people would watch on my channel. They would be curious, at least, and not all, but many more would be forced to, because no matter what you admit to it or not, whether you admit to it or not, sorry, those who watch on reaction channels are still interested to some degree to watch my content, which is why...
Well, I can't speak for other reactor channels for Foodie, but I know for mine, I have some people subbed who didn't sub because of Foodie. They were subbed for other content I did, but have stayed and they're following it, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. So it's not all about you, Chantal. The universe does not revolve around you.
Which is why those channels exist at all in the first place. It's sad that it has come to this, but reaction channels have gone too far with their lazy stealing content, and I am no longer...
Who is she to call anyone else lazy, huh? She thinks it's easy to provide commentary and critique and call somebody out on their lies, you know, remind the audience of previous things they've said that show them up for lying, their deceit, their manipulation, etc. She should try it sometime. She did try to react to FFG a few years ago and it was bloody awful.
No longer going to do any vlogs or content outside of the mukbangs and gaming streams. I will talk to you guys on the gaming streams, but not the talking I do on my regular streams.
What about your viewers and members who aren't interested in your gaming streams? It didn't go that well on Twitch for you. So if you're not going to talk to them on, you know, doing regular lives, again, it's going to drive your channel even more into the ground, isn't it?
If you were working for free, I'm sure you wouldn't...
You don't work. Full stop. Period. It's not work what you do.
Feel like it much either. I put myself out there, I put in the editing effort, and for someone to just not even come up and show themselves and just take my entire content and then use it to bully me, no thanks. And make more money, no thanks. It's ridiculous that YouTube allows this to occur, but to be honest, I know I talk a big game about reporting them to YouTube, but lately I just haven't had the mental health to sit and go through their channels and send timestamps and watch their content for hours and hours of abuse. I actually have done this once or twice in the past, but not lately. I feel like YouTube...
That's her, how can I put it, calling out to her beezers to do the work for her because she's too damn lazy.
YouTube 100% doesn't give a shit, so why should I?
No, it's not that YouTube doesn't give a shit, it's that your complaints were not upheld. Get over it. Boo-hoo.
I would love to make nice vlogs for you guys. I would love to, but not if I put in the effort to do the content, and some lazy reaction channels who don't even bother to get on camera just replay my entire content.
Oh, here we go again. Not being on camera. Why is she so triggered by that? Is it because she just wants to... She thinks by keeping repeating it that people who don't go on camera will go on camera just to spite her. She just wants that so she can criticize their looks, you know, rather than criticize the content. It should be all about the actual content, not what somebody looks like. And that's the stance I take with her. It's about her content, about what she says, the lies she tells, the manipulation. I don't care what she looks like. It does bother me how she eats, I'll be honest, but that bothers a lot of people.
Sorry, but fuck no. Fuck no. No more.
Ooh, nice Muslim woman, huh?
I've fed these losers and their kids for way too long, and I am done. Anyway.
Well, you haven't fed me. I'm not even fully monetized, and any monies that I might make are going to animal rescues. So, you know, I've got a full-time job, thanks very much, Chantal. Don't need to earn anything off you.
Anyways, guys, that is what you can expect from now on. See you.
And that's it. At 6 minutes 40. The video runs to 8 minutes 14. And hopefully you can see there the message she's put at the bottom. Shamelessly making my video 8 minutes for more ads. This from the woman who says she doesn't watch reactor content. Doesn't have a Twitter account, doesn't follow what's said about her. Clearly she does, because she's been called out for putting filler content in to make her videos 8 minutes in length to get the mid-roll ads, and she knows all about Yabba, etc. Of course, you know, we know she does. Anyway, let's move on to the video that she put out after this one, where it's not going to be a surprise, where she did a bit of a 180. So I'm going to start this by taking a look at a couple of her community posts. Well, one that she edited after that reaction channel bit of a rage. She says, "I'm coming for you, Twitter thieves." And she shows a search from a site called tweeteraser.com, basically saying how to file a DMCA copyright takedown notice on Twitter. Then once she did that, people on Twitter were saying, "Oh, but she says she's not on Twitter." Ha ha ha. So she edited it. You can see this one on the right where she says, "Edit, thought she doesn't go on Twitter. I literally just decided to go on to report only. I swear some people have asses for brains." Well, you would know, Chantal. That's all I'm saying. So as you will have seen on the thumbnail, she's got on it raging and eating, or eating and raging, whichever, to try and draw the viewers in, right? She's called this one Arabic Meal. I'm not going to read it all out, it's a hell of a long title. And I can't play all of this with her talking because she talks while she's making eating noises, so I'll fill in the bits where she's eating.
Well, hello guys, hello. Ugh, sorry if my camera placement is not perfect. Whatever.
Oh, bit runty already.
So, today I have this is a new flavor. Zero sugar tropical passion fruit and mango, and it is so good. Refreshing.
We're not going to listen to that.
And they gave me a whole thing of bread for this. I have Arabic food. I'm sorry some of you prefer Western food, but I don't live in the white bread world anymore, people.
What was that? I don't live in the white bread world anymore, people. Well, I hate to tell you, but that looks hella lot like white bread to me.
2 should be enough. And if it's not, well, I'll help and I'll help. So this is from
2 should be enough. Jesus Christ, forgive me.
Salah's dinner. He told me to take a few. So I just took a few falafel and an arayas.
So her own meal's not enough now. She's got to take some of Salah's.
And he doesn't eat the grilled peppers. So they're all mine. I have some. I'm going to put the bread under here. Some waraq ina.
Yeah, put the bread under there along with the other food you've got under there.
Stuffed dolma grape leaves. Yes, please. All days of the week. Put this here. It's presentation, people. Okay? Yes, there we go. And you're going to get it. Meat hamsa.
Meat? What, nondescript meat? She's not crazy about the smell of that, is she?
I hope it's beef, but I don't know about that. Anyway, it looks good.
How can you not know what meat it is? Didn't you order it? Didn't Salah order it? What? Is this some weird feeder thing where they ordered the food and didn't tell you what kind of food it was or something? This is bizarre.
It's good. It has tomatoes, meat chunks. It's tikka. It's basically tikka hamsa, yeah. So, alright, anyway.
And a
let's get into
plastic
it.
fork again.
So I have some things I want to talk about today. I want to address my previous video. Oh, bit my cheek. I want to address my previous video.
I wonder if she did, or was that dental pain?
One last time. Maybe that's a sign not to. No, if I bit my tongue, then I would take it as a sign, but this was my cheek. About the content thieving, haters, whatever you want to call it. Although at this point, these people, I don't think they're haters because I think they're fans at this point.
Oh yeah, we're fans.
In particular, the reception from the video. Now, first, I want to start by saying I feel like an ASS because I was getting so many DMs from you guys. By the way, if you guys want to say something to me, I can't guarantee when I'll get back to you guys, but you can do it somewhere here.
So she says she felt like an ass. Okay, good. Good start.
So this is tomatoes, peppers, spices, chunks of meat. It tastes lamby.
Chunks of meat. Oh, she said it tastes lamby. She doesn't like lamb.
It might be lamb. Let's try. Beauty bite.
Beauty bite my arse. Gonna mute it while we'll see how that goes down. Doesn't look good.
I don't like that.
So she confirms it's lamb. She doesn't like it. She says she thought it was beef. So she doesn't say that she ordered beef and got lamb by mistake. But what she does, as you can see here, is she packs it up to go away. Says she'll be right back. She returns with different food.
Slaw gave me more.
Geez, has that guy got any food? Hopefully she gave him the meat one, the lamb one that she couldn't eat.
Adias and Foodie, I think, which is fava beans and hummus.
Ooh. Yeah. This is a tricky one to cut out all the eating noises. Bear with me.
So, by the way, still have to make the mac and cheese.
Only one box there? Wonder if she already had one box. Probably.
Because I feel bad because I want to let you know how much I felt ungrateful, but
while she's eating, she continues to say, I look ungrateful.
The fan I have.
Because I look like I don't appreciate the viewers I have, the fans I have. The views I have, the money I make.
That's not my point. My point was not crying about how many views I'm getting.
Oh no? Sounded very much like that to me.
If it was just from people not being interested in my content or anything about me.
But it is. People aren't interested anymore. They want to go somewhere where they can get entertained.
Yeah, that would be different. Fine, whatever. That's organic, that's whatever. But
while chewing, she says a few people are saying,
very smugly, to be frank, I would not watch your comment. I don't like raw dogging your content. I don't like your content. I go to reaction channels to watch them. Really?
yeah.
Okay. So then tell me why, when these reaction channels, do any other content, like vlogging, whatever they do, and if I'm not in the title, and if I'm not in the tag, and if I'm not in the thumbnail, or I'm not the subject of the stream, or the video, they get no views.
Oh, here we go again. Speaking for myself, if you look on my channel, under videos, and choose popular, the first 12 in order of popularity, only one of them is about you, Foodie. And I'm sure, unless there's other reactors that have only ever covered you, that it could well be the same for them.
Like, you're not going there to, like, why not go there and just hang out with them then and watch their content if you like them so much?
A lot of them do. Sour grapes, anyone? While chewing, she puts on a sarcastic voice and says, I want to see your take on what that content is. She says, no, you want to see them make fun of me because there's no take on me eating something. Well, yeah, there is actually. Chantal, you got that wrong. She says you can bitch about somebody big eating something bad or something they shouldn't all day long.
But something like, really, if my content is so boring, that means there's nothing going on. So what is there to discuss? What is there to spin on? No, you just go there to see people be hateful. You hate on me because you don't like me.
What do you think? Tell me in the comments. She says, my point was, these people don't use my content in a fair use way. Some people do. She says that. Do I ever talk about those people? No. Well, actually, yeah, I think you do. She says some people have legitimate things to talk about. They don't just play my entire video.
I can't stand.
And steal it. And now she goes on to talk about this other reactor she says she can't stand.
But I'll give him credit where it's due because he doesn't play my entire video. He doesn't even play any of it. He takes screenshots usually and has some kind of thing he talks about. Now, I will say that it's usually petty at this point and really dumb. But it's still not stealing my content. Okay?
Okay.
And if you disagree, I challenge the reaction channels to go out spend a few hours going out, touching grass, editing, whatever, do a vlog, make it. You have to edit for about at least an hour, too, and then let me take it and review the whole thing. All right, let's do it.
No fucking way. Okay, a couple of things there. Speaking for myself, and I know there are some other foodie reactors that do the same, I do spend a hell of a lot of time editing. That's why I can't blooming well keep up with her. And why, if you're a reaction channel, why should you change your content all of a sudden to vlogs? Doesn't make sense. Not least for the YouTube algorithm. You know, you put out videos, you want them to be seen, regardless of whether you're monetized or not. You know, there's no point making videos that nobody's going to watch. So, she's talking bullshit there, as usual. And she says that this is what her point was, and that it wasn't that she was crying because she doesn't have so many views, blah, blah, blah.
And they've even admitted to that. A few of them, a couple of them. You know? So, that's it. Now, I want to say,
she says, I don't know if this will ever change. I don't know if something can be done about it. While chewing. She says, what I have to focus on is you here, and I'm paraphrasing the next bit, that watch me here and send me kind messages like this. Now, you really didn't have to put these up, Chantal. I mean, we know you've got people who do like you and suck up to you and stuff, but anyway.
Now, I didn't show the name of the person sending them, so I hope they don't mind, but these messages make my day.
She says they always remind her why she makes videos.
Of course, everybody on the platform wants to make money off their own content. Well,
I hope following that well is that not everybody. It's certainly not my source of income.
Certain people want to make it off of mine only. But if you're on YouTube and you're uploading every day, you want to make money. Don't even lie to yourself.
She has this thing in her head that because she does it for money and it's so important to her, she has to project it onto everybody else. Can't speak for other projectors, but sorry, other reactors, but no.
We have life goals we want to achieve, and focusing on negativity, things I shouldn't be, are getting me nowhere.
No, they're not. Well, why didn't you think of that before you did that video, you idiot? Again, while chewing, she says, and I miss sharing a lot of my life with you guys. Well, she never taught manners as a child. I mean, honestly, talking while your mouth's full, it's just disgusting. She says she misses doing vlogs. Well, why not go and do some then? Oh, that's right. It's too hot. And, oh, the sciatica's back, isn't it? Ah, diddums.
Even if I have to put in a lot of work.
A lot of work? Oh my God, how's she gonna cope? A lot of work. She's not used to that, you know. Only to get my content stolen. That may change, maybe not. I think if I do put in effort into my life, to my goals, to my content, and leave the rest up to God, I think...
You know, so what, the same old haters from when I was in Canada. They don't want to watch me, fine, but I can build a new audience.
No, you tried that when you first got there. You tried to build up an audience of Muslim subscribers. Particularly, you tried to focus on them and it didn't work then. That didn't work then, it ain't gonna work now, and you've been on YouTube long enough. I think you've got really mostly all of the audience you're gonna get. Just face it. She just can't face the facts, can she? She says the hater channels always get the same amount of views. Sure, they're more than mine right now, some of them. They don't have the channels that have the personality or the content for that, right? So, and I'm not tooting my own horn. People must find me interesting, whether it's train wreck wise or whatever, for me to be talked about so much.
I will continue to try to improve my content for you guys. A lot of you already really like my vlogs,
We haven't seen many for a while. She says, behind the scenes, we are planning some travel in the future. When it gets colder. She says falafel is filling. Okay, let's see if she finishes this bowl of grape leaves then. Dolma. She then says she gave the meat to Salah. Alright, so at least poor lad won't go hungry. Hey. She then says she's going to save these. Puts the lid back on. And then she goes back to finishing the falafel. And she says, so that's all I wanted to say. She says that she's realised trying to do ASMR is boring. Bit too much work for you, was it, love?
Take attention.
She says people aren't watching ASMR videos for the person or anything. It's just the sounds. And as you just heard her say, she says, I like attention. We know you do. She says she likes to show her personality. She likes to show herself. Yeah, you showed yourself maybe a little bit too much in the past, eh? She says she honestly believes that she has a lesson to learn.
And that's why I keep making the same mistakes with certain things.
She again says that's all she wanted to say and she's not talking about that anymore. Yeah, right. Sure. She follows that up with, at least I hope. And that she's going to try.
You love watching their reactors for them and their personality, but you don't watch their videos that are not about me. All right.
Speaking for myself, that ain't true.
Well, we're not vlog channels.
Nope.
No, because you can't be, because you suck and you won't show yourself.
No. Because you don't want to be. Why should people change to be a vlog channel just because you say so, Chantal? You can feck all the way off with that one. Nope. And as I previously said, you mix up your type of content, doesn't do any good on the algorithm.
And like I've seen, they've tried to do vlogs, one reactor. It sucks.
I think she's possibly referring to FFG, who a year or two ago, when her dogs died, she tried to cope with her grief, she says, by driving around, you know, and she had a GoPro filming the drive, but it wasn't a vlog. It's on her third channel. It's not even monetized. It was never meant to be a vlog. It was her way of coping. But Chantal keeps throwing this up every time because she's her arch nemesis.
And the views show that. So then why don't you watch their vlogs if you're so into their content?
As I said, that particular one is not a valid argument. And that's the only other foodie reactor I know of where she keeps throwing that up.
They add things to the content. Some people, yes. Some people, no. And it's usually the people who are interesting, that have actual talent to do videos, whether it's artistic or whatever. They transform my content. That's the point I was making. You know, because I want to say this very seriously. I am very, very grateful for the channel I have, what I do have now, for the views.
And that's why you blocked and continue to block a lot of people in chat who say things that you don't like. You blocked even members. You even told your viewers not long ago, you don't like it. Millions of other channels to watch. You don't have to watch me. Well, it looks like they did. It looks like they voted with their feet. And you're not happy about it. And you're trying to find somebody to blame. And you think, oh, I know. I'll blame the reactors. Tell me what you think in comments or during the chat about my content. I was going to say I believe it's transformative. I know it is transformative. And hopefully I make it more entertaining than just watching her raw. Otherwise, why would you be here watching, right?
For the views I do have already. For my audience, for everything. I'm so grateful. So I didn't...
She doesn't want to piss off her subs anymore. That's where this is coming from. She can't afford to lose any more members.
mean to sound ungrateful. My point was different than that. I'm telling you, gratitude is huge, you know? Anyway, Julia! What are you doing? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Wow. Well, what do we think of that one then? At the time of editing this, she still hasn't done a live. Could it be that she's doing a quick border hop for the visa? Or maybe she's just giving it some time for the heat to cool down from, you know, the things that she said, so she doesn't get a load of trolls in chat or questions that she doesn't want to deal with. We shall see. That's all for this live. Oops, I did of course mean video. Freudian slip there. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Belly, belly full, but she want more. Anger rising, can't keep score. Money off the spend, can't ignore. Greed a joke until she can't adore. Belly full of greed, heart full of spite.